Welcome to the news at this hour. My name is Elizabeth Mujwang and I bring you the latest headlines. Domestic airlines warn Nigerians against possible flight reschedules and cancellations amidst aviation fuel scarcity. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps deploys over 600 personnel to Zamfara State. Shehu Sani slams Buhari government over neglect of Abuja train victims' family. On the foreign scene, female students turned away from Afghanistan universities after Taliban ban female education. In sports news, Argentina Football Association describes 2022 World Cup parade as a shame.
Alive TV.
And now the news in detail. Fresh information has emerged that there might be possible disruptions of domestic flight operations in the country due to the scarcity of aviation fuel. Reports state that domestic airlines under the aegis of the Airline Operators of Nigeria have come out to warn Nigerians of looming disruptions in scheduled flight operations during the festive period because of the persistent scarcity of aviation fuel, otherwise known as Jetta 1. According to them, scarcity of the Jetta 1 would compel airlines to either reschedule flights or cancel them in some cases. The group, in a statement signed by its spokesman, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, said it was committed to ensuring seamless services and safe air travel in the country, but the situation at hand might cause some hitches. Recall that the scarcity of aviation fuel had hit the operators some months ago after the price of the product rose from 300 naira per litre to over 600 naira per litre. Due to the security tension in the state, the Zamfara State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has deployed hundreds of its personnel to strategic areas ahead of the Yuletide. The media reports that this was confirmed to newsmen by the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Commandant in the state, Bello Mohammed Muazu. Addressing journalists today at the command's headquarters in Gusau, the state capital, Muazu said the state is no longer a safe haven for criminals. He warned miscreants and criminals to repent their ways and keep off the state. According to Muazu, over 600 personnel were deployed to effectively man every nook and cranny of the state before, during and after the festive period. He reiterated that personnel in plainclothes and uniforms from various units had been effectively galvanized to man the motor parks, recreational centers and other areas of large gatherings, especially churches, to forestall any form of security breach. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Shehu Sani, has berated the federal government over neglect of the family of the late SELIMOTA IDOWU, who died in a train accident in Abuja. Recall that the Abuja-bound train crushed the staff of the Nigerian Television Authority, Abuja, SELIMOTA IDOWU, to death after the train rammed into her car. In a tweet via his verified Twitter page on Tuesday, Sani stated that the Ministries of Transportation and the Federal Capital Territory had yet to pay a condolence visit to the family of the victim since the incident. The former senator added that neither the Nigerian Railway Corporation nor elected officials of the FCT had visited the victim's family in Chikakore community. On the foreign scene, female university students in Afghanistan were turned away from campuses on Wednesday after the Taliban-run administration said women would be suspended from tertiary education. The decision to bar women was announced on Tuesday evening in a letter to universities from the Higher Education Ministry, drawing condemnation from foreign governments and the United States. A professor at another university in Kabul, who declined to be identified, said staff turned female students away at the gate as they had no choice but to implement the instructions. The bar on women students is likely to complicate the Taliban administration's efforts to gain international recognition and to get rid of sanctions that are severely hampering the economy. In sports news, the Argentina Football Association has described the 2022 FIFA World Cup parade, which took place in Buenos Aires, the country's capital, on Tuesday, as a shame. Initially, the Argentina Football Association planned that the victorious players of the Argentina national team would parade the 2022 World Cup trophy on an open bus from the headquarters of the Football Association to the central Obelisco monument. However, due to the uncontrollable number of people who lined the streets of Buenos Aires to salute the heroes, security operators had to urge the Argentina Football Association to abort the parade halfway. The incident that propelled security operatives to abort the parade was when an overzealous fan jumped onto the open-top bus the team was using for the parade. Hence, the team had to be evacuated from the open-top bus and allowed to use helicopters to fly over the routes designated for the parade. And with that, we've come to the end of the news at this hour. Once again, I am Elizabeth Mutfang. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.